All right. Am I back? Let's see if I'm back. All right. Am I back? Let's see if I'm back. Okay. Lost my timer. There's no recovering that, so that's great. Hold on. There's a chance that it's gonna happen again, and if it does, we're just probably done. Well, that's a bummer. Where was I? I can't believe that happened. I fucking called it nearly. It's right in front of me. Could not find that 1x4 or 1x4, 2x1. No, the power flickered. It was quick though. I don't. Usually when it goes out, it's gonna be out for a bit. So that was a little strange. I was happy I was able to get it back up, but with YouTube, once you end the stream, there's no getting it back. You just have to start over. Which sucks, but it's okay. That doesn't matter to me. I don't care really. What does suck is I lost my timer. That's what I'm bummed about. UPS, but that doesn't. Yeah. I don't know if the UPS. I do have a UPS, but it's not hooked up, which doesn't really do me a whole lot of good. But I don't know if the cable service beyond, you know, your modem and router in the house, I don't know if it needs power, you know, out at the road. I don't know how that works. Oh yeah, this is that weird piece. Their relays need power? Okay. I will take your word for it. Those are probably going to be my spares. Something's not right with this. Right here. I put it too far over. Did I put it too far over? Maybe I just need to put it in and something's not fitting right. Let me pull this other piece off to verify. So that's all flush. We have these two. Yeah, they're all in the same spot. Maybe I need to go in at an angle. Something's not lined up. No, they're exactly the same. No, they're not. Something. So it's... I just knocked that off, so I gotta figure out where that went. It's these guys I didn't place right. Of course, that's like next to impossible to get off. Alright, let's go back to this step, because I think here we look good. Now this one comes in, it sits right there. And then this guy sits here. I think that's what I had wrong. Okay, but what about right here? Alright, I bet it goes on now. Beautifully. Snaps in clean. Still a little bit of an awkward gap here. Oh, the power company is driving by. That's funny. Okay. So, on to bag 5. If I had a timer, I'd hit it right now. Hi, Patrick. Doggo does not like thunderstorms. Nope, you don't want picked up either. Okay. Well, go be worried on your own, I guess. So all that's left is, you know, the nose and the, I don't know what you call that, nose piece and the mouthpiece. I guess we had the top of the front of the helm too, which I just did. What's up, Randucci? How you doing, bud? I skipped step entirely. Yeah, right on. I actually I posted there twice. You probably saw. I think you saw the second one because my power flickered because we have a storm rolling through. I like this. In the instructions, it indicates that it's shiny. I like that. And it is shiny. Yeah, so the power flickered. I literally called it, started thundering, and I said, boy, I hope the power doesn't go out. And then, like 2 minutes later, it flickered and killed everything. Yeah, I did get a, you know, I think it was a good haul, but I think Lego just intentionally decided to kind of shadow launch their stuff, or, you know, release it early. Which is fine. I'm okay with it. But they got me. And the reason I think that is because one of the stores that I saw it at, I worked at for several years, and I know they have measures in place to prevent items from being sold early. And like the point of sale just will literally not let you sell the item. It'll say item not eligible for sale. So I think it was intentional, and that's all right. I think it's a good idea on their part. So that way, you know, when it is May the 4th, people have had time to go buy their stuff, and then generates hype. I think it's cool. I'm missing, no, not, it's just under that gray piece. Yeah, man, I am pumped. I gotta figure out where to put them. Because as I was telling Rex earlier, I have that display. You know, Randy, I've shown you that display. You're familiar with it. And, oh, it's telling me there's one with some already, I guess it's not an applied sticker already, but it's a graphic. So I got to figure out what to do with these sets now, because there's no room for them on my shelf. So I think what I'm going to do is, if you look behind me, there's that sun artwork there. And I think I'm going to have to transform that wall and have those things all the way across. And then I can put my Star Wars logo dead in the center and have all the helmets around it. I think would look really good. And my wife in the other room's probably rolling her eyes. She loves it though. She loves my ideas. You know, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, are you hyped about the new sets? I don't really care for Kylo Renn. I think that the helmet's cool. You know, how it's looking. How it flares out, I think looks good. I'm jazzed that none of these were stickers. I think that's my favorite part, is the fact that these don't have stickers. But Kylo Renn, I don't have any much, you know, dying love for him. Jango Fett is cool. But, like, it's just the same as Boba Fett in Mandalorian. Like, the build is not going to be that much different, but it'll be cool to have a complete set like that. I will always say more is better. And I've said this about Star Trek. More is always better. Just, it's better to put something out than to have not put anything out. So I'm for it. If I could spend $70 a month and get a helmet every month, I'd be happy. Let me do it. So what are you up to today, Randy? You at home or? Yeah, I had the same thought about why Kylo's was printed and Jango had stickers. And the only thing I can think is, like, this is just a lot of stickers. And it would be a shame if you messed one of those stickers up, because it would be so obvious. Going home now. Nice. Tell Sorry I said hello if she can't hear me. Oh, I should have taken a photo of it. I really should have taken a photo of it. So as I was going out, I met up with some of my old coworkers for, just for some lunch beers and just to get lunch and hang out a little bit. So that's why I ended up going to the store and even seeing this stuff. But I stopped, and I know I need new shirts for whatever new job I get eventually. So I was doing a little bit of clothes shopping, and I found this Jurassic Park button-down shirt, and I should have taken a photo of it. It was pretty cool, but I decided it probably wasn't for me. But I did enjoy it. Mom is admitted in a hospital with a bunch of specialists. We saw her this morning, and she's comfortable. We left in peace. Sorry says hi back. Thanks. The helmet is cool. Boy, that's tough stuff, man. I don't know what to say to that. Always thinking of you and the family. Hope everything works out, I guess. Always sending the positive vibes. Good call on not buying the shirt. I don't wear button downs, which I'll have to if I get this job, but I don't really care for collared shirts. Graphic tees, much like I'm wearing right now, although this is from my last company I worked for, is mostly what I wear. Just stay comfortable. I did watch The Lost World over the weekend, I think. It was recent. It's definitely not the first movie. There were parts of it that were fun, but it was an action flick. It wasn't a cinematic film, you know what I mean? That first one was definitely something special, though. Hold on. This isn't right. Now we're right. Sorry, said she would have bought it. Well, if you're at a Target in Columbus, Ohio, there are plenty of those shirts for you. Still surprised that Chris Pratt reprised his roles for two characters in Lego Dimensions. You know, Chris Pratt, I've come to find, he was fine in Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I don't really like him in somewhat serious roles. It is rumbling out there. That's not the right one. Is it? No, but I'm... I have a feeling I used the wrong piece on this. That one's right. And then the other one is located down here. And that one's right. Yeah, it plays himself. I think after a role like you're in Community, I don't think you ever get out of that. You're just kind of stuck with it forever. I'm such a dummy. It was right in front of me the whole time. Like the guys from Breaking Bad, not that they've really tried to do much. The main guy, I can't remember, Bryan Cranston, he's tried to move on, but still you just always think of him as Heisenberg. The other guy, he's just accepted the fact that he will never play another role again. Bryan Cranston really is a tremendous actor. If you have watched, what's the show? Hot Ones. He goes into how he developed like his character, and it's pretty incredible how much craft he puts into acting. It's something that I've never really considered before when you think about an actor, but you know, very impressive stuff. Put these on after the fact. That's interesting. And so I do my nameplates differently because of how my shelves work. I do it so that this overhangs the shelf. So if the shelf sits like that, that nameplate overhangs. And then I can just readjust it if it's not on a shelf, which it's not going to be, but right away it will eventually. So there it is. That's a Kylo Renn helmet. Here's my extra pieces. None of these seem inaccurate. They're all small. They're all different colors. Those look like extra pieces to me. All right. So Kylo Renn is done. I was planning on doing Star Wars logo next. I want to look at the weather real quick though, because I don't want to start something and mess up my timers again if I think it's gonna storm more. That was a pretty sizable storm that just passed through, but I think we're good. I think it's tapering out now. So we are not doing the Stinger Mantis. I'm not sure if I should do Jango or Star Wars logo. I think the Star Wars logo is probably going to be a pretty boring build. I say that. I don't even know if you guys can hear me all of a second. I'm trying to find a bag for these extras. I always put all my extras in a little bag and then label it. Kurtwood Smith did some major role jumping, going from playing Clarence, I thought it said bootlicker, Boddicker, in RoboCop to Red Foreman. And oh, okay. I didn't know who that was until you said Red Foreman. Believe it or not, I've never seen RoboCop. What's number is this? Kylo 75415. If I can write. The little crack baggies, the extra pieces go. And Kylo's done. Yeah, so here are all my extra pieces. I had a bigger one for the invisible hand because I made the Stinger Mantis, which didn't use all the parts, so it had a lot of extra parts. But everything else just goes right in this bag here. RoboCop is arguably a perfect film. Interesting. I will add that to my list. I need to watch the Terminators as well. I also have a toolbox that I keep all my manuals in. So I did the 2 Mercedes cars. The Mercedes cars, it turned into a mock. I was trying to build a copy of my car, and I bought this Supra mock, and I was trying to change it into my car. It's obviously not a Supra, it's got a Mercedes emblem on the front. I was gonna replace all the yellow and pieces with gray because that's the color of my car, but I lost interest in that project. So I did that. I got the Mandalorian. What is it? Into Kylo, Leia. There's the invisible hand. I love that. How it's like looking at you like a submarine. Everything after, only watched Terminator 1 and 2. Everything after those is assassination. Slop. Okay, I'll take that into consideration. AT driver, Boba, Stormtrooper, Cody, TIE fighter, Rex, Vader, Luke, Mando, and Scout Trooper. That's a lot of paper right there. That I need to find a better spot for because my toolbox is not the proper place for these. All right, what do you guys want to see? Jango or Star Wars? Say in the chat what you want. I'm gonna go chat with my wife real quick. Star Wars logo. Yeah, I got you. That is true. Helmets are just variations. We'll do Star Wars. All right, I need to look up how many bags are in this, so I can edit my timer. Looks like 6 bags. Okay. So this is the Star Wars logo. I don't know the size of it. 700 pieces, it can't be that big. I was thinking it would be about the size of this box, but that's impossible because it wouldn't fit in the box then. So I'm going to guess it's about yay big. Oh, 11 and a half inches. Hold on. Oh, it will be almost the size of the box. Almost. Take a drink. Before. I just want to show off. I'm so proud of this. Deep Space Nine. We lost music. The playlist probably just ended. All right. Here we go. I did put 6 bags, right? Oh no! Alright, we'll let it go to 20 seconds before I resume work on it. Hey, Randy. Phone died. Gotcha. I had started the timer, but I only added 5 bags. I didn't add 6 bags, so I'm just letting the timer run out right now. Seriously, I don't know what the hell is going on in the back of my hair. That's driving me nuts. Alright, we'll resume now. It is a very light book. Oh, there's 2. Why are there 2 books? For a 700-piece set, there's 2 books. 3, 6, 1, 2, 5. What a weird thing. How far of a drive do you have, Randy? There's a brick separator. Ooh. Better make sure those bags are empty. Three hours? You do that every week? Or, you know, however often you go out. I think it's weekly. Wow. I'm not going to lie. This is probably pretty naive of me to say. I didn't know Puerto Rico was big enough to have a 3-hour road trip. No, no, no. Oh, I see. I don't know why. It's just, I guess you hear of it about, like, the island, right? And just assume that it's small? I don't know. Shame on me for assuming that. What a strange piece I'm building right now. Like, I'm enjoying it. It only takes me about 3 hours to get to either of my internet friends' houses, and they live different directions all the way across my state from me. Send you a map later. Of course I could do 70, 75 most of the way. Yeah, Ohio takes... Now, this is going from, you know... Cleveland to Cincinnati is not a straight drive, but it's probably the largest drive you could do. It would take... I'm almost pretty much smack dab in the middle, and it's 2 hours both ways, so... It'd probably be closer to 4.5 hours if you were to drive across the state. West Virginia is a nightmare. You know what, though? I will say this. West Virginia gets a lot of flack. I would love to own some property in West Virginia. And being in Ohio, you always hear about West Virginia and, you know, very nose-up comments about West Virginia, but for real, look at the property prices. If you want some land, some cool land, go to West Virginia. Pennsylvania makes you drive in circles to go in a straight line. West Virginia is nice to live in, but horrible to make a living in. I'll agree to that. I don't know firsthand, but I mean, if you look, that's why it's so cheap. If you look at the property maps and then, you know, look at what's around there. Churches. And that's it. And there's not a lot of money to be made in a church. Coal oil in the water. Say the same about Puerto Rico. That's why I travel. Well, this build is already way different than I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. How are the roads in Puerto Rico? So there we're making... I don't know. I bet it's the A. Is that the bottom of the A there? Seen some creative setups with the logo. I'm sure you can come up with something cool too. Yeah, I have an idea about kind of putting the Lego or the Star Wars helmets around it. It's going to be a big project though. As far as altering the design, I have no idea. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about, but the roads are just like anywhere else, but with potholes. Ohio's got a lot of potholes too. They do pretty good about it, I will say. Like if you go over to Indiana, they are not as good. But for having, especially considering, you know, we get the frozen months are what tear up the roads particularly bad. There's one of those pink bricks, yep. I like the colorful bricks that you never see on the outside. Makes the build process a little smoother. I've never thought about... I can't take it apart. Shoot. I'll find it later. I've never thought about using... Can you see? It's one of those little, like, weird bricks with two pillars. I've never thought about using those pillars for an arm. What a crazy thing. Wow, that looks really good, too. Never thought about that. Same brick they use for a brain and brickheads. You know, I've never cared for brickheads. I also haven't seen a whole lot of sets, but I did see a mock of the Deep Space Nine characters, and of course, you guys know how much I love Deep Space Nine. And they looked really good, so... the Deep Space Nine saga never ends. Wait, where does this go? Goes here, but... It just floats, I guess? No. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay. Alright, bag 2. 12 minutes. There's my extras. They use Technic bends to hold walls together and modulars. And they need horizontal clutch across color changes. I like that it's really diving into immediately making, you know, the front face that you see. I was expecting to build up this whole inner core thing, kind of like the Tyrannosaurus, the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus. I really like that it's, you know, taking shape. You're building from the ground up. So, like, the bottom is done. There's nothing else I'm probably adding to that. I was hoping Mac was going to jump on. He's going to be sad when he sees that I streamed and he wasn't able to catch it. I also have a friend set that I bought just for him, and I was hoping to build it while he was watching. A very small friends set. What am I looking for here? I still am confused why this needs... Oh, maybe I know. But why this needs 2 books. Friends set stream for Mac. Missed that yellow piece. And another black 2x1 rounded corners. To be honest, I think he puts on the friends hate for show. I will say, there were no sets that I've seen either that I thought I would like. And then I saw this one, and I was like, oh, that's cute. That'd be good for the greenhouse. So I bought it. It's just flowers. It's not anything crazy. People have been turning friend sets into modular schools and motels. Yeah, there you go. Motels. Modular schools and motels. The schools part is interesting to me. Back when I was in high school, Counter-Strike was a big game. And I think Counter-Strike Source was out, but I think 1.6 was the big game that people were playing. Anyways, you could make custom maps on this game. And there was a news headline that a kid, not anybody I knew, but a kid had made a map of his school and then, played it with his friends, because, you know, if you're designing a map of something, I'm sure plenty of things, and kids have done this in Minecraft too. So anyways, the school got wind that this kid had made a map in Counter-Strike, and I forget if they expelled him or just suspended him, whatever. Oh, that was a really satisfying fit. That slid in perfectly. Well, anyways, he had action taken against him for making this map in this game. Just kind of ridiculous. But like, if I had the skill to make a map when I was a high school kid, I would have thought to do the exact same thing. There's nothing wrong with it. When I was in high school, Doom was still new. I didn't know there was a Lego Friends line. I thought of the show, which were the Lego sets of. Doom, the original, I'm guessing you're talking about? There's a new Doom coming out, the Dark Ages. I was a big fan of the 2016 Doom? Doom Eternal was okay. I'll wait to read reviews about Dark Ages before I get it. They can keep it. A satisfying slit. Oh my god. Satisfying fit. Slid in real nice. That's what she said. There was one. Oh, I forget what it was. I put the pin. There's a pin that connects the helmet to the base, to the stand. And I put the pin in the wrong hole. And I said, I put the pin in the front hole, and the pin needed to go in the back hole. That was that's what she said moment. I think I even said it. Wrong hole, that's what I said. Are we covering up this orange piece here? Yeah. I don't think I've ever played through the original Dooms. No, I know I haven't, because 2016 Doom was the first one I played. A RoboCop alt build of the Falcon. Well, I will make an effort to watch RoboCop, Terminator 1, 2, the coming episodes of Andor tomorrow. I'll try to do that this week. because we all know I need more Falcon mocks. Boy, all of that sits on 2 upside down pieces. That's interesting. All right. And we bring it all in. Star Wars. Oh! I'm a goof. 1 book is Star, 1 is Wars. Book it. Bag 2 done. Bag 3 coming in hot. Made a few levels for Doom. The M is supposed to be capitalized. Yeah, I do remember that. But I burned out on it years ago from doing it too much in a short time span. Speaking of book it, I don't know what time the Guardians play today. Our announcer always shouts book it when the game is over. I don't think Randy plays any video games, or at least if he does, he doesn't talk about it. Rex, do you play anything? I know you play old games. Do you actively play old games? Like in your free time now? Yeah, of course. I knew that, Randy. What? How else would you know what the Stinger Mantis was? What a... The funniest of things slip your mind sometimes. Whoosh. Just don't talk about it. Gotcha. When the mood strikes, I'll play Lego games. Yeah, I guess I have heard you talk about Lego games in, I don't know if it was on Max streams or in Discord, but I used to be big on FPS, adventure games, Muso, hack and slash Legion games, odd shmup. I don't know what SHMUP is. Single. I play Resident Evil, the Jedi games, and that's about it. Everything else was N64, working 12-hour shifts full of needlessly heavy labor, sucks energy right out. Yep. Sure does. You come home and just feel like you don't want to do anything. I am familiar with that. Probably not as much as whatever you're talking about, because I haven't had that laborious of a job, but some. Twelve-hour shifts. I'll say this. I don't care how much physical work you're doing. If you are working for 12 hours, you are dead at the end of the 12 hours. I can say that. Struggling to find this slope. There it is. How's the music volume? It sounds louder to me than the last playlist I did. What? Oh, okay, shoot me up. I see what you're saying, Randy. Oh. It's getting lost. I need to do this twice. I need a bigger desk for this set. I need to make 4 of those. So far, this build is really fun. This is the type of build that I enjoy. Is and these are going this is making the A, the hole in the A. Fortnite. Never played Fortnite. Familiar with it, but it is nice to see that, you know, a lot of this is the side of a brick. I was thinking it was all going to be this smooth plate. But so far, it's been mostly, you know, the sides of a brick, which is cool. So does Sari enjoy Star Wars? I know she's built... Ooh, look at this. Look at the print. There's like... I don't know what you call that. It's not a misprint, but it's definitely a printing snafu of some sort. Looks like they had a dirty roller go across this page. That's funny. I haven't seen that before. Thought it was cheese slices placed intricately. Time is it? 4 o'clock. Should be able to finish Jango before Mac streams. It is Monday, right? Yes, it is. It is indeed Tuesday. Thank you, Rex. Oh. Chelsea's grandmother wants to bring over cookies. It's Tuesday. Oh, look, more dirty rollers. Huh. In Magic the Gathering, there's a whole economy around misprinted cards. I wonder if there's anything like that for Lego. Probably not, because it's just dirty. Yeah, so Mac's not streaming today. So this has got to be an Easter egg of sorts, right? That's a little destroyer. I don't know what that is. These things. Little destroyer. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Yeah, if it wasn't clear, I have not watched any reviews or anything of this set. Ships from the opening episode of 4. Okay. Is that the Tantive? Is that what that's called? I want to say Tantive 4. Wore out my fingers on the jazz club and rebuilding the detective's office, also transplanting it in Tudor Corner to Mills plates. I don't have... Boy, this is all No, that was what I was talking about before. This one's really bad. Yeah, I don't have any experience with Mills plates. Or really any of those modular sets. They look really cool, and it's kind of dangerous. I feel like I like them enough that I could see getting into them, like the architecture stuff. You know what'll do it, though? The Harry Potter stuff. Definitely could see myself building out that modular Harry Potter set. Star. More dirty rollers. Star. Alright, and that's it for bag 1 through 3. Let's see, does this have dirty rollers? No, but it has weird backgrounds. Like, it's really dark. I just noticed the progress figure. Oh. Yeah, so that has that ship on the first book, and then on this one it's the Destroyer. Modulars are, what if Lego City was set in the 50s and weren't just facades? I like it. They look cool. They look like they take up a lot of space, too. Book 4. We've got Star. Looks great. It's on a, for solidity, I'd give it 7 out of 10. It's got some flex to it. Has a lot of extra pieces, but none of them are duplicates, and they're all small, so. Boy, it took 40 minutes to do that. I didn't feel like it. This is the piece I was talking about earlier. I would have never thought to use an arm to grab onto that. Of course, there's no arms here. Looking at the wrong screen. Posted the 3 I have completed in the city sub forum, but one fell off before I. Oh no, one tile fell off. These pieces are used in the 2 Blacktron sets. Blacktron. I'm only familiar with Blacktron because of 56 Bricks just published a video on it recently. Probably knew what it was as a kid, but just was aware of the build. Boy, I'm really... Let's frame things a little better. Star. Okay. Blacktron is what if space, but bad guys, and what if Lego, but sideways. Okay, interesting. Connecting stuff horizontally, yeah. Good to be home. Welcome home, Randy. That saying is very true. There's no place like home. One thing about vacations, I gotta say, when Mac's not around, because that dude goes on so many vacations, but like I use most of my paid time off, you know, usually doing stuff around the house, because like you pay all this money to have your house, and then God, all I want to do is just be there, you know. But I respect people that want to take vacations out. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not one of them. Traveling is fun, though. It's been such an ordeal this week. I can just allow myself to decompress now that everything is under control. Yeah, enjoy yourself, man. You deserved it. For sure. Self-care. Self-care. Does Mac Miller have a song called Self-Care? I think he does. I should know because I claim to be a Mac Miller fan. Never gone on a proper vacation. Oh, that's sad. They cost a lot of money and it's a lot of work. Or maybe it's not sad. Maybe it's at your choosing. Like being home on vacation has to be purposeful. I agree. Yeah. I was just having that conversation with a friend of mine today. Closest I came was this past February. Took 2 days off work and spent half a week in Detroit in winter. Yeah, Detroit in the winter is... While I haven't been there, I would not expect a whole lot. Like going to hell during demon mosquito season. Went to bricks and minifig stores and one proper Lego. Where's the Lego in Detroit? I guess it's in Detroit. I wasn't aware Detroit had one. I don't live too far away from Detroit, but you'll probably never find me there unless I'm going to a baseball game, more than likely. In the mall. The place I've been to the most, which I actually do enjoy going to, it's the one place that I'm just like, if we're taking a trip, yeah, I probably want to go there, is Las Vegas. I love Las Vegas. I'm not a big gambler. I do gamble when I'm out there. A few $100, you know. Nothing big, but